Remove the SSD drive. Remove the 4 screws in the corners. There's 4 cables. This is the touchscreen cable. This is LED. Sometimes this one gets stuck, and if you take a little knife blade and pry it and try not to break the connectors. This one has a screw, a ground screw, and then 2 connectors here for video. This one is tight sometimes. You have to pry that out. Set that aside. 3 more connectors on the motherboard. Be careful on this one. You can break the solder points right here. This is the MSR. This is for the rear display. Hold down on the socket. Remove this, otherwise the socket will come off. Okay, it should be loose now. There's 6 screws that hold this in. Tip it forward and lift it out. Be careful not to lose the power button. The power button falls out and it's keyed. It only goes in one way. Remove the memory. There's one jumper that you should move. Move this jumper. Make sure this jumper is on the center pins of the 6. That supplies voltage to the rear display. Insert the memory in the new board. Remove the sockets from the VGA on the new board. Put them in the old board. Then you have to move the hard drive bracket to the new board. There's 3 screws for that. Okay, so once you're done, you've got your connector moved, you've got your memory installed, you've got your hard drive bracket moved over. The other thing you have to make sure is that you make sure the insulator for the processor is still on the case. Putting it back in, make sure your cables are out of the way. Slide it in until the screw holes line up. Start connecting your connectors again. MSR is on the bottom of the 2 USB ports. Start with your outside screws. Line up the holes around the processor. There's 3 screws. Put those in tight. Okay, now you're ready to put the touchscreen back on. They're keyed, so they only go in one way. Make sure to attach your ground wire. Start with the hinge on the top. Flip it forward. Make sure it drops in. Put your 4 corner screws back in. SSD. Socket screws. What you want to do when you power it back up, hook up a keyboard, hook up your power. So you're going to turn it on and tap F2 to get into setup. Once you're in setup, you're going to press F9 to optimize your defaults. Press enter. Press F10. You're going to save the config and exit. Enter. And it should reboot. This is for Windows 10. If you're running Windows 7, there's one step in the BIOS where you change it from Windows 10 to Windows 7. Just make sure that your touch is accurate.